Hey guys, Bold Studies here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to film and edit like a pro on iMovie. The camera that I use the most is the Canon T5i. This camera is good when filming and it is worth the price, especially the flip out screen. For small YouTubers out there, you should definitely start with your phone. Phones these days have amazing cameras. Like, I know when I first started with my study with me's, I had to use my phone. This is also a Canon PowerShot. It's definitely not the best, but it's really good for vlogging because it's a pocket camera and it's about $100. I just use my MacBook Air to edit everything, but you should definitely invest in the Pro because it's better for video editing. Natural lighting is the best, especially because it's free and it's easily available to everyone, but it also provides really good shots. If like the color is really off, you can just edit it or like color grade it. I film at around 2 o'clock because that's when the sun is at its peak point and it's the brightest. Once it's like 5 o'clock, the sun casts a shadow and it looks really ugly in videos. I use Notion to plan out my videos, and now this is not sponsored. So all I do is just put the date I want to publish it in and have checkbox for script, filming, voiceover, editing, thumbnail, write-up, and to publish. And so I'm just showing you how I make those checkboxes. I write all my scripts on OneNote because of how you can work on it offline. So when I'm just going anywhere or I'm in the car, I can just quickly type up my script and I would just save time there. And also because of how it's easier to like sync it across devices on OneNote than Google Docs, but it's honestly your preference. I also list down shot ideas that I have in mind so I don't forget it. For this particular video, I chose to write down everything on a piece of paper because I feel like it was the most comfortable to me and I could kind of look aesthetic. And so I just listed down the apps and just ideas that I had. The intro is either the easiest or the hardest, depending on how you want your intro to be. This is just like the aesthetic intros that like all YouTubers have. So I just saved a background that I wanted. I liked baby blue, so I did that. I uploaded that onto Fonto, and I just used the font Keep On Truckin', and I just typed my channel name. I resized it so that it can fit properly on the page, and all I did was just played around with the settings and made it look good. So after adding all your fancy stuff, you should save it onto Photos and go onto PixArt. And what I do here is just have those extra effects that just really make a difference. I really like HDR. I played with other settings, but HDR looked the best to me. And also you can like add different filters and erase some of the stuff that you don't like. PixArt is an amazing app. For some of them you need a subscription, but I honestly just have it on the free setting. And what I'm doing now is I'm just scrolling through and seeing what other fancy elements I can add to my intro page. And so I like adding stickers. So I just searched up stars because stars are very aesthetic at this time. And I am just adding stars. I increased the size and I turned it clockwise so I know which way I'm turning so that I can have that like moving star effect. And I just made it bigger and I erased the stars that are on top of my channel name. And then I saved it. So after I saved that picture, I went again and searched up stars to find the same stars that I used previously. And this time around, instead of turning it clockwise, I would turn it counterclockwise or anti-clockwise and just erase the stars like I did before and saved it again. Now you want to airdrop your images to your MacBook, and what I did was I just added it to Imovie as another intro because I already have so many intros, and I just changed among the 7 videos that I have published so far, or 8, I think this is my 8th video. But what I'm doing is I'm just making all the photos shorter and making sure that it's on fit and not Ken burn, because if it's on Ken burn, then it's just gonna go across the screen. And if you want it to look better, you can just put crop to fit. That's what I did, because I have, when I put it on YouTube, sometimes I get those ugly black bars beside it, and no one likes black bars beside it. So I'm just making sure it fits properly before I condense the clips. And so what I do is I just shorten all the clips. I usually like 0.3 seconds, and then I play it again and again to make sure it looks good. And what I do is I just copy and paste the 2 stars, and yeah, copy and paste it over and over again to make an illusion that the stars are moving. Then I would throw in some music and make my intro look better and sound better. Overlays are very easy because they're literally making stars move again, and you literally just did that for the intro, except they're separate stars. And I just had 6 stars and added an overlay, saved it, then I kind of moved the stars around and then saved that again, and then just import it to iMovie via AirDrop. So right now I'm back on iMovie. I already did this before with all of my other overlays, but I literally just take the 2 new images, copy that, and then paste it 3 times so that it kind of makes that stop motion feel, or your stars moving. And then you can just throw in some music or have some sound effect to accompany the transition or the overlay. So you can actually download the green screen subscribe button from a YouTube channel. You can find it in my credits. But what I'm doing right now is I'm just adding the same baby blue background as my intro and adding the green screen subscribe button. Then where it says cutaway, you just press the green screen button. But right now I'm just extending my blue background so that it kind of fits with the subscribe button, and I just cut it so that it all makes sense and it doesn't take up like 30 seconds of my video. So like I said, just press the green screen or blue screen, and you can just change it or cut and crop it, but I just left it as is, and it would have all these sound effects, and that's how it would look. For the Instagram username, you need to go back to Fonto. I'm just using like a green background, so I can kind of do the same thing as the green screen effect as for the subscribe button. And so I just had a green square, and I'm gonna use that. So now you're gonna click the 3 bars and go to add item, and you would have to scroll down and get the box. Well, mine is right now yellow because of the stars, but you have to change that to white and then press done. Next, I just make it like more of a rectangle than a square, because you can't really fit anything in a square and it doesn't really look that good. So just play around with the controls until you get like the perfect rectangle that would actually make sense in your video. You know what I mean? So now just go ahead and add your IG username. So I'm just doing @BoldStudies123, and just resize it so that it fits the box, and you need some more space on the left side so you can put the IG logo. But just play around with it until it's at your personal liking. You can literally change like the color of your username. You can make it purple or match the IG logo. I just got this PNG from Google, and I'm just resizing it until it fits in the box. So now I just airdropped the picture of my IG username, and I'm just doing the same thing I did with the subscribe button by making it a green screen. For the music, you could just opt for the music that YouTube gives you, and there's this website called Thematic for non-copyrighted music, but you can also use the Lakey-inspired music that literally every YouTuber uses in their videos.